Chicken soup. Yes, we're making chicken soup today. I made a roast chicken last night with veggies. Whenever I do that, I always like to make chicken soup out of leftovers the next day. I try to do it with a lot of things. When I do a roast, I use the leftovers to make, steak sandwiches, beef stroganoff, things like that. If I got leftover, tortillas from last week's tacos and some leftover chicken from the night before, we're going to do like a nice BLT wrap, something fun like that. But it's all about saving money, saving time. We already did the work once to get it started. Might as well let some of the leftovers from the day before translate in. We're doing chicken soup. Right here in this roasting pan, the same roasting pan I used yesterday, just give it a quick wipe down. I'm not going to clean the same dish twice, knowing I'm going to use it again the next day. So, we've got the dish, we've got all leftover bones, the skin, the fat, everything from last night's chicken. We're throwing in some mirepoix, that's right, mirepoix. You're going to hear me say these sort of things a lot because I want to make sure you know them and you're familiar with them. Mirepoix, carrots, celery, and onions. It's your basic French mirepoix. It's used in a lot of your cooking. It's the base for your things like soups and stews, sauces, stuff like that. It's going to give your chicken soup, for instance, a much richer, deeper flavor because we're not just going to have chicken flavor. We're going to have all these roasted veggies in here. We rough chopped the carrots. We rough chopped onions, celery. We're throwing the peels, whatever, all this sort of stuff in there because we're not going to keep this stuff anyways. We're just using this to make the stock to give it a good flavor. You can use, if you peeled carrots yesterday for dinner, keep the peels. Potatoes, the onion peels, the ends, whatever it may be, same thing. I've got some whole broccoli stalks here. A little distracted at the moment. Life gets in the way sometimes. But we're going to add these at the end. We're going to add the broccoli stalk itself when we boil it. Just to give it a richer, fuller flavor. We're going to use up some stuff that we can't cook with because this is, it's big, it's tough. Nobody wants to eat that. But it'll make real nice for our stock. We got everything. As usual, we're going to salt, pepper, garlic. A little black pepper. Now, I was going to mention this later, but I'll throw it in right now while I'm seasoning. A lot of people, when they make chicken soup, prefer to use white pepper instead of black pepper. Personally, I feel that black pepper in general, goes great with the flavors of chicken. And at the same time, there's no reason to keep an extra spice I'm not going to use very often in the house. And besides, so what? So it's going to leave some black flecks in the food later, but that's fine, because you know what? Those aren't going to be a problem, because we're not doing Campbell's soup. We're doing a nice, rich, hearty, homemade chicken noodle soup. We're actually going to add some more leafy herbs and things like that later. They're going to have the same effect anyway, so it doesn't matter if that's in there. It's actually just going to make it all look better, give it a lot more depth. We got the oven, we've had it preheating at about 400 degrees. Hot enough to get everything really roasting, pull the flavors out of the chicken, caramelize the vegetables, but not so hot that we're going to scorch everything. We also put a little bit of water in the bottom for the same reason. But we're going to dump all of that into our stock pot later with some more water and let it boil real hard. Right now we're going to let that roast, and through movie magic, all right, whatever, movie magic jokes, fine, doesn't matter. What does matter is that it's time to pull our stuff out of the oven. We had it roasting for a little bit. All right, we had our mirepoix, once again, roasting with our chicken bones. All right, now adding the mirepoix, yeah, I'm going to do that a lot. Fuck it, I don't care. It's funny. To me. It's all that matters. I'm going to do that a lot because it's very actually important. Like I said, it adds a certain depth of richness. Now, if you go and you Google it, you YouTube it, whatever, a lot of the first videos you're going to get, they're just going to say, take chicken thighs, brown them in a frying pan, and then boil the fuck out of them. Not our goal, alright? We want to do better than that. Plus, why am I going to buy my favorite cut of meat just to ruin it? Just to boil it? Alright, that's why I like to use the leftover bones. Like I said, use leftover veggies, leftover peels, leftover whatever. Alright? If you've got some beans from a can you opened the other day, or some carrots or something like that, and it's been like 3-4 days and you're questioning them, throw them in at this point. Alright, we're going to we're going to boil all this stuff anyway. So it's going to kill any bacteria. It's going to kill any worries. All it's going to do is save you from throwing away something you didn't have to throw away before you at least get the vitamins and flavors out of it. But we've got our chicken, our carrots, our onions, and our celery. Chicken bones, and not just the bones actually. I saved all the fat. I saved the giblets, the heart, the neck, all the stuff I trimmed off. I'm not getting rid of any of that because I paid for it. They put it in a little bag and make it easy for you to throw away. Doesn't matter. You paid for that, use it. We're going to take this pan, this roasting pan, we're going to throw it in the sink. We're going to wash that. We're going to wash any dishes we dirtied at this point anyways because, well, we're going to have time, all right? We're still got cooking to do. Like I said, leftover stuff, vegetable ends, chunks, things like that. Here's some broccoli stalks. Like I said, they're not something anyone wants to eat or serve. So we're just going to add those right there too. Everything in this pot right now, other than liquid, is going to get thrown away. We're going to throw away all the veggies. We're going to throw away all the bones, all the skin, all the giblets. All right. This is purely just to build ourselves a nice, rich, hearty stock. We're going to serve this as dinner tonight. So we want it to make the most of it. We don't want just bad chicken broth with chunks of mushy vegetables floating in it. We can do better than that. That's the whole point of this whole channel, is to take some techniques, utilize them, make a better product than just starting up with just junk. Also, you're going to notice a difference in this just from the start. Why is chicken soup out of the can always yellow? Mine always comes out gray. Well, if you're just boiling down chicken parts, you're going to get gray water. Alright. Roasting off the vegetables, adding that mirepoix to begin with. And once again, this is a French mirepoix. It's a basic mirepoix. It's your basic start for all your soups, your stews, your sauces, things like that. It's going to make the difference in your chicken stock from just being boiled chicken to being chicken stock. Same thing with beef, whatever it is that you're making. Lost my train of thought. The point is that if you're getting the roasting, you're getting orange colors from the carrots, you're getting some rich greens from the celery, and you're also getting kind of earthy gray tones from the chicken. Together, you're going to get a yellow stock. That's why Campbell's is yellow, yours is gray. All right, we're going to boil the hell out of this. We're going to throw out everything in this pot with the liquid. We'll ladle it. We'll cool it down, ladle off some of the grease, and then I'll be back with you to finish it up when it comes to actually making the soup and finishing it. Once again, welcome to Homemade Chef, where you're the chef. I'm just the guy telling you how it is. No bullcrap. Hoping to help make you a little bit better homemade chef, or at least enjoy it along the way a little better. Have yourself a good one. I'll see you at part 2.